Hey, we're here with Marty this morning from Bobcat. I'm excited about this new machine, Marty. I saw it a little bit on your website, just a sneak peek, but today we actually get to touch one. Yep. Tell me about it.
Well, this is our new small articulated loader line. So as we're looking into growing markets and different things, you know, we've had great success with our MT loaders and stuff like that, that we said, okay, we're starting to see customers, landscapers, municipalities, snow removal guys want something that fits on a sidewalk, smaller machine, yet go into a landscape yard, heavy lifting capacity, go into people's backyard, doesn't tear up the turf, and it actually fits in people's backyard. So we started kind of looking at this market saying, I think there's some opportunity to get this nice smaller size machine. You can sit in it, you can ride in it, you can enclose the cab, you can keep the cab open, and go in, do your work and not disturb any of the ground as you're getting in there.
Yeah, it's interesting. For some of our viewers, we're quite tractor centric, and one of the advantages of the tractor is that we don't disturb the soil or the grass as much and the existing turf. But it looks to me like this might have an advantage over a tractor because it's going to have maybe that maneuverability of a track loader.
Yes, it does. You know, a track loader is real nice on landscaped ground as long as you don't skid turn it. Where this one is nice on landscape ground because with flotation tires, obviously you're not going to sink in. But since it articulates, it turns very tightly, so you can turn it in a real tight circle, yet the wheels and the transmissions are set up so it doesn't scuff the turf or kind of want to fight the turf or tear it up. So it'll turn and go in places all day without disturbing your turf.
Okay. Okay. Now this machine comes standard without the cab, right?
That is correct.
Okay, and the cab it's dealer installed, so basically they just put all the glass on it.
Yeah, so yeah, this came from the factory. Well, we can get it two ways from the factory. From the factory, it will come as a wide open ROPS canopy, so no glass in there whatsoever, no heater, or we have an option where we will factory install the glass and a heater, or when the dealer gets it on his lot, if he decides he wants to add heat and cab, it's very easy for him to do.
Okay, but it doesn't have air conditioning.
It does not have air conditioning. At 25 horse, and to keep the physical size nice and tight, there's not a whole lot of extra room for some of those
Okay, and you mentioned that. It is 25 horse. It still stays under the Tier 4 minimums on that. It is diesel, I assume?
Yes, it is.
Okay, okay. I see turf tires on it. Do you have an industrial option?
Yeah, we offer, well, not industrial, but we do offer like a tractor tread tire as well. So like similar to what the tractors are in there, because some guys, you know, if they're off the turf and stuff like that, into dirt and stuff like that, farmyards, barnyards, things like that, they may want that little extra traction for that. Okay. But as you get into turf and landscape or snow, you know, these tires with these little nubs and sipes, you know, seem to help. So.
Well, let's look at the business end.
Sure. The lifting capacity on this, a rated operating capacity, is about 1,500 pounds, which is half of its tip load of about 3,000 pounds. So nice small package, yet it'll lift a lot.
1,500 pounds. Now that would be 1,500 pounds to full height.
That is 50, yeah. So this has an extendable arm or extendable boom as well. That extends 24 inches. So really that rating is, okay, it's retracted up here. Mid-height is your worst case point when your pins are straight out from each other. So that it's 1,500 pounds right at that level. Now, as you go up and extend out, you're still within that envelope, so you should be real close to that all the way to full height.
Do you have, maybe asking a question that's too tough right now, but do you know what the max lift height is?
Yeah, it's 8 foot 8 inches. So that's the hinge pin height. So this comes up, you know, really without extending it, it's about just a little bit over 7 feet. So you put it up, and then if you extend it up, it goes 24 inches extension. It gets you right to that. Of course, you're at an angle, so you're not going to go straight up 24 inches, but it gets you right to that 8 foot 8 inch hinge pin height. So you can actually dump over an 8 foot obstacle.
8 foot truck bed.
Yep.
Wow. So that's really nice. That's really nice. Okay. I see a lot of hydraulics here.
Yep. So this one with the Bobcat, we designed this so that we can use all our MT mini track loader attachments on this: the augers, stump grinders, tillers, grapples, snow blowers, any of those attachments. Yet since this size is just a little bit bigger, or you can actually put float tires on it, gets it out to about 54 inches wide for if you don't want any ground disturbance, then actually you can put some wider grapples and wider attachments from our full size skid steer. So this Bobcat will hook to both the MT attachments as well as our next size up machine attachment, so it's kind of a nice crossover machine.
Okay, you mentioned a little about flotation tires, distraction for a moment. It'll go out to 54 inches in width.
Yes.
That's pretty stable.
Yep.
That should provide some nice stability.
It does. It gives you some nice flotation and stability, yet standard, like with these tires, it's 47 inches wide, which fits on a 48-inch ADA compliant sidewalk. Most sidewalks in the US, I think around the world, are starting at 48 inches is the compliance for the ADA, American Disabilities Act.
Okay.
So this machine will fit on one of those sidewalks for snow removal or cleanup, sweeping, whatever. So
okay, back to the hydraulics. How much? Give us some specs.
Okay, so the hydraulics on this, most all our MT attachments, they're 25 horse too, and it's designed for about 12 gallons per minute. So our snow blowers, our stump grinders, everything, this is 12 gallons per minute. And here we have a 14-pin connector option, which gives you the electrical control, so that if you say a sweeper, yeah, you want to angle the sweeper, you got the controls right there backed by your joystick. You know, the auger on and off are right on your joystick control. So everything's right at your fingertips pretty much to run all your auxiliaries.
Okay.
Plus the change attachments, we do have an optional power Bobcat on this.
Oh yeah,
as
it's
well.
got a power.
Yep, so you can sit in the cab. If you're switching from buckets to forks, you don't have to get out of the cab. You can jump in, grab your attachment. Now obviously once you get a hydraulic attachment, after you connect it, you do have to come out and do these, which are actually pressure connect. So
okay, and they're flat face. Those are going to be.
As soon as you're pressing them in, it relieves all the pressure out of the system, so you don't have to toggle any switches or levers to release the pressure.
Okay, okay, that sounds good. Christy, you're going to like that. You don't have to manually unhook.
We're going to start, you know, obviously we're start showing, this is the sneak peek as we're calling it here. So we're going to start seeing shipments to the dealers probably about March, April.
Okay.
So we're not going to quite hit this snow season, as I'll call it, but next spring we'll be ready to go.
Do you have an MSRP in mind for the machine only?
Yeah, for the machine only, we're getting closer. I'll just kind of give you a range. A ROPS machine, we're probably going to be sitting about a suggested list price on this one about, let's call it 36,000, rough number. So then if you get a bucket and stuff, fully enclosed with a cab heat and bucket, you're probably going to be around that 40,000 MSRP. So it is a little bit more than what a normal tractor is. But then again, the compactness and some of the things that you can do with this is a little bit more than what you can with a regular tractor. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, we've seen these, Marty, a lot of European vendors have been kind of bringing these out. It seems like Bobcat's entry to the market is going to change things.
We think so. You know, we've seen some of the European guys come into North America probably in the last 5 years, 6 years. And so it's been interesting, you know, seeing some of the customers, what they're doing with it. And it's like, you know what, when we got into the MT market, it was a pretty small market. This is fairly small right now, but there's some opportunities, and that MT market's just growing like crazy right now. And we see some of this here. So, you know, it helps. And the nice thing about this, it's, you know, it's our Bobcat design, Bobcat built. So Bobcat parts, any of our Bobcat dealers can support this with the parts. Then half the parts on here are going to be something that they probably already have on their shelf anyway, just for the filters and things like that. So, you know, it fits in our product line. It fits into our Bobcat DNA. So it's a nice little addition for a lot of our dealers.
Absolutely. Anything else you want to share with our viewers?
No, I think that's, you know, for the most part, that's pretty much. It's a nice, compact, very maneuverable machine. And like I said, cabin enclosure doesn't have air conditioning, but you can pop the windows off in a matter of minutes. You know, if you want the cool air, our side windows, front and rear windows open up for ventilation. So, I mean, keep the operator pretty comfortable in any condition.
How fast will it go?
This is 9.5 miles an hour.
Okay.
So it's a single speed, but it does go down 9.5 miles an hour, so pretty quick.
Okay. Hydrostatic drive.
Hydrostatic drive, 4 independent drive motors.
And a single range.
Single range.
Okay.
So,
but plenty of power even at the low range.
Plenty of power, yep. So you have pretty long range from 0 to 9.5 miles an hour, so it's still got enough for pushing power in the mid-range, as well as you want to go to point A to point B, it travels pretty quickly.
Okay, so. Marty, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. So,
thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully we can get one of these on Tractor Time with Tim someday. We'll see you next time on Tractor Time with Tim. No, Christy, I don't think this thing's for sale. I think it's the jack they're promoting, not necessarily the...
But I want one!